Welcome back to the Speculative Podcast. I'm Joe. I'm here with James, and today we're going to be discussing Abaddon's Gate by James S.A. Corey, chapters 13 through 25. So, a lot of shit went down in this section, but I guess we'll get started from the beginning. I guess Melba switched ships quite a bit, or AKA Clarissa Mao. I guess she heads back to the Saraseer and activates the software on the Rossi, which I guess blows up. I think that's where we left off. No, we didn't leave off there. We left off with her freaking out at Anna.
Yeah.
But then she goes back and issues a trigger code to blow up the Sing-un.
Yeah, whatever it is.
And then I guess using AI, isn't that contemporary? And I think that actually was just a mere thought back when this book was written. I'm trying to see when this book was written. 2013. So yeah, I mean, we had AI, but I think it was more of a fear of being able to recreate a video of somebody saying shit that they didn't say than it is a reality now, unfortunately. But, I mean, there you go. But, yeah, so how do you feel about the goings-on in this section?
I'm okay with it, I guess. Like, what specifically?
Just, Holden being framed, and then they pretty much, in response to, I guess, the OPA trying to save face and not start a war, they immediately take on the offensive and try to shoot down Holden, and then they speed through the ring.
I wasn't sure if you wanted to go more into like Bull's chapters before that or not, but okay. That's why I was like, what part are you talking about? That like elaborating.
I don't know if we'll be able to do a clean break this time, because unlike the other books, I feel like there isn't really any chapters that are happening concurrently. They're all happening like one right after another, like in a more fluency than typical.
Well, sure, but I just mean Bull had like that political showdown before she set the bomb off, and then she sets the bomb off.
The thing where he's
being corralled by that replacement for XO.
Yeah.
Is it Paw?
Pa, yeah. I keep thinking it should be pronounced some other way, but how else could you fucking pronounce PA? I guess it's Pa. So, I don't know. It just doesn't sound right. Their name's Pa. But, yeah, so, that seemed like so what was it? I'm trying to think of what happened. Pa revoked Sam's access privileges for making repairs
because she was getting back at him for bullying them into not punishing him when he threw that guy out the airlock. So because he played political games first, she responded with the, well, I can do that too, and you ain't gonna like it.
Yeah, pretty much. At least she, I mean, I guess she didn't hold it against him, but I guess they're kind of regretting now that those repairs weren't made. Spoiler alert, I guess. But I guess, so, I mean, the whole point of it was, I guess, to turn Sam against Bull, but it didn't seem to work.
Yeah.
I mean, she was still annoyed, obviously, but, yeah, it kind of backfired on him. But,
his strength of character wins over the manipulation.
Yeah. I'm starting to like Bull. He's like the Behemoth's Amos. almost. He is a lot like Amos, if I'm being
I
honest.
think, yeah. I
He's
was
a
gonna
lot
say
like
Bobby, but
Amos.
Amos and Bobby are very similar too.
Yeah, so he's pretty much like that um, that character type, where
Yep,
it's
my
just
favorite.
yeah. So, but yeah, I guess after that happens, I guess he gets the transmission from Holden demanding that the information and resources about the ring remain free to all people, and he'll kill anyone who tries to stop him. That was the AI generated thing,
Yep.
I believe. So, and of course, because Holden's talked like that before, I guess everybody immediately believed it. I guess it was Bull's idea, wasn't it, to immediately go on the offensive and try to shoot
Yeah.
down the
That's why I was
Roci?
asking. That's why I was asking because like the conversation piece has to happen, and the way it happens is because of the shit that went on with the political piece of it. So that's
Yeah,
why I wasn't sure like where you wanted to start on that.
yeah, yeah. So the whole idea was, and Ashford is such a
Yeah,
pain in the ass. He's so fucking annoying.
he's a shitty character intentionally.
Yeah, yeah, but it's like, how did somebody like that become a captain? Like, seriously. Um, but, I mean, be that as it may, I think he's convinced anyway, and they do shoot at them, but the whole idea is so that Earth didn't think that the OPA was
Yeah.
on
Yep.
Holden's side. I think Ashford was still reluctant to do it. But of course, him firing the doesn't that cause the behemoth to lose power entirely when they fire it? The
Yeah, which is
torpedo.
that's what gets Sam back out.
Yeah, yeah. So that backfired on them entirely. That little politicking thing. Well, it didn't backfire. It just didn't work out for them. Trying to use that. Um. So yeah. Where to next? I guess kind of call back to what I did. I was suspicious about the camera crew, and it turns out I was partially right. I thought the whole crew was in on it, hired by Melba. I don't know if you remember me mentioning this last cast before, but I thought the whole crew was in it, but it turns out it was just one person, and I guess they were kind of blindly tricked into doing it. No pun intended there.
Bullshit.
um, but um, I guess where was the
Golden.
transmission? Like I guess Amos found it just by
Yeah,
chance changing a light bulb in a bathroom.
yeah. It was jammed into the circuit breaker, I think, in the bathroom. So it was. I would imagine not like be one of those things where you would see it in a movie and it's like someone breaks into the panel and they cut the wires and then they just attach a thing in between so it completes the circuit. So like each end of the cut wire gets attached to it and then it's in the middle. You know what I mean? That's
Yeah.
that's what I'm imagining. That's what it sounded like. But
Well, actually, we're kind of getting ahead. Let's kind of talk about how
you went here.
you. I know it's my fault, but yours too. No, it's not your fault at all. I guess we should probably talk about everybody going into the ring. Holden first, I guess, to evade the torpedo. Um, Luckily for
I
them, that
I think the thing I like most about that. Oh no, actually no, that didn't happen yet. Never mind. Go ahead.
well, I was just going to talk about. I mean, there's no real reason. We don't need to get into too much detail, but essentially, yeah, everybody um, follows them in one right after another. I think. What
Uh,
is it? Hank Cortez. Uh, what is he? He's like the spiritual advisor to the UN Secretary General, right? He asks. He comes to Anna. I'm never going to say anybody's names right. To sign a petition to take the prince through the ring as well. So She immediately agrees. I guess she wants to be even further away from her family. I guess. Uh, but she sees it as a way, I guess, to reunite the fleets and stave off a war. I guess, but or prevent the war from starting.
Yeah, you let me know how that works out for him.
Well, we'll see. And of course, we cut back to Melba as well, super upset that Holden survived her sabotage. So I guess they were going to have. So I guess she's returning back to the prince again because she's like swapping ships. Because they're gonna when she found out that they're gonna chase after Holden, she volunteers, and then once again she kind of like Ren is.
I got to apologize again. If you need to apologize this much, lady, you ain't mean any of them. I don't know what you're trying to do here.
I wonder. I wonder what like if she's brutally killed people before. I'm still wondering what about Ren is really getting to her as like her telltale heart thing.
I'm gonna guess a lot of it was he wasn't violent toward her at all, right? Whereas at least the ones we saw beforehand were people trying to exploit her in some fashion, right? Let's say like you had that drug kingpin loan sharky guy, right? And his bodyguards, they wanted harm, they wanted to manipulate her. And then all of her other fights up until Ren were people who had some kind of ill will toward her, but Ren did not. So that I would say it's either that, and so maybe it's one of her first killings where
Yeah.
it wasn't a threat, it was just because, or it's because with all of her other killings as we saw her, right, she was a lone wolf, she's working, whereas finally she had been part of this group and part of this crew, and this guy made sure that she got accepted, right? Like he covered for the fact that she didn't know shit, and she actually picked up
Yeah.
parts of the job. So she finally belonged to a crew, and then what's the thing she does? The first person who accepts her in. And so I'm assuming it's
So
it's one of those
because
two
she
things.
showed her compassion.
Yeah.
Gotcha. All right. Well, then you know what that makes
That's my
sense.
guess.
That's a good call. Well, that's a good call, I think. But
Kill her.
yeah, no, I
Kill her.
guess as
Good
she's
character.
removing him, wasn't there one point where she had an urge to kiss the corpse?
That was a
Where
different
did that?
person.
What's that?
That was a different guy. That wasn't Ren.
Who am I thinking of then? What am I
Uh,
blending together in my brain?
after the Martian fight with Holden, where the little robot guys inside the sphere happens, and Miller points out like, okay, they threw a grenade, and now this station is going to assess everybody, and so then that shit happens on the spaceship where everybody gets pasted and thrown around Anna. You know what I'm talking
Oh,
about?
I got you. Oh yeah.
Remember,
Okay.
remember when she was told she had to repair that one air unit,
Yeah.
and there was a guy sucked into a hole in the wall? When they pulled that body out, that's the one she wanted to kiss.
Okay. Yeah. So it's even stranger.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah. All right. Well. Oh, and I guess.
Necrophilia is not up your alley. What?
No, sorry, man.
Well, I guess technically it's just kissing. It's not necrophilia, but whatever.
I
She's
mean,
psychotic. It very well could turn.
I don't know if it's. Is it like the same moment where, like, I don't know, you look at, like. I always read that, like, for some reason, your brain and your tongue will always know what the texture is if you think about licking it.
What?
Apparently, your tongue knows what the texture of everything is if you imagine licking it. We're gonna move on because this is not important at all. I don't even know where I was going with that. I need more coffee. But anyway,
11 o'clock at night. Give me some coffee.
I'm drinking it right now.
Jesus Christ.
Um, I guess this is a plot twist. Well, not a plot twist, but so something that's going to throw a wrench into, I guess, Melba's plans. But I guess Anna's friend Tilly, I
Yeah,
guess, is somebody that used to babysit her, so I guess she's going to recognize her right away. Well,
she
did
already did
recognize her.
recognize her.
Yeah, did recognize. Well, later down the line, but I had a feeling when she recognized Tilly, I'm like, this will be the person that recognizes her. But
Uh,
yeah,
that leads into what I didn't say that I wanted to say. Is I thought it was great. Is that Holden
well, God,
when they interrogate the blind guy and they find out that it's Melba and he gives them the likeness and Holden's like it's Julie and she wants me to go into the circle. And then I loved that assumption, like the character making that assumption, just for us to get what I think was the next chapter or 2 chapters later, and they're like, "Oh no, that's definitely not Julie. Look at it, it's Clarissa. Who the fuck is Clarissa? No, that's definitely Clarissa."
yeah. Well, God, I had to get him out of that ship somehow, I guess. Um, but yeah, so everybody's in the ring. So yeah, let's talk about that then. About what's in the ring. So apparently, it's I guess
Terminators.
was it 1 million? Well, 1 million kilometer. Is it a diameter, radius, sphere shaped? I guess it would be in some portion of the universe where it's just sitting off by itself. I don't think it's. I don't think it's like a void or anything.
Well, they
Or
say
is it a void?
no planets and no stars.
I guess it is a void then.
However,
In,
given the
you think
size
it's
of space, I don't know if it would be a void that would be obvious. You know what I mean?
yeah? Well, I mean, maybe it is a void. Maybe it's an interdimensional void that they can control because they have the obvious inertial dampening technology within it. Hence the slow zone, which is what 600 meters per second, which is not slow. That's pretty fucking fast. But I guess relatively to ships, it's slow.
And even now, less than.
Yeah. But yeah,
Thank
much like
Lord.
our friend, what's his name? The EK guy. Did they even say his name? I
The
guess he didn't.
EK guy.
The guy in the beginning in the prologue.
Oh, oh,
Much
the
like that seems to be a common theme is people suddenly getting destroyed by sudden deceleration. So that seems to be the common theme for injuries in this book. But yeah, slow zone. I guess nothing can go faster than 600 meters per second.
well now
And
not even.
oh yeah, defense mechanism there. But um, what do you think about what's in that? So I guess there's a bunch of gates within it. So I guess the series is the whole. I guess one of the things that the series was always, I guess, proud of was that it was the near future where we're limited or bound to just the solar system. But I guess they're kind of moving on from that already. Because if there's a bunch of gates inside that gate, then I'm guessing that they probably go all over the place.
Well, it's not that there are gates inside it; it's that the perimeter of the whole area.
Yeah, but well, we'll get ahead to Holden's out of body experience, but
Oh
I
yeah,
felt
well,
like I felt like they were gates to different star systems.
yeah, which are all the gates around the area.
Yeah, but they're turned off though, correct? Like
Locked.
nobody
Yeah.
can go through them.
Yep.
Okay, so I don't know.
That's what his
I'm
conversation with
sure,
Miller points out.
but I'm sure they'll be turned on at some point. I feel like maybe there's going
That's
to
what
be
she said.
intergalactic, not intergalactic, interstellar travel. Maybe it
Intergalactic.
is intergalactic. I don't know. Who knows? There's no limits with wormholes. What were you saying? I'm sorry.
Nothing. Nothing worth
Um,
saying. Ignore me.
well,
Showing my age.
could be worth saying. I don't know.
Another dimension.
Uh,
You keep saying.
uh,
Anyway.
it does show our age. All right. I guess there's not much. I guess there's not much to say about the slow zone at the moment, unless we want to jump ahead. But yeah. So we already talked about confusion. Believing Holden thinking it's Julie Mao.
Yep.
Naomi broadcasts, or at least attempts to broadcast, that the previous message was fake, but I guess they're not buying it. They demand to see Holden, but he already left the ship. Wasn't didn't they offer to, who was it that talked to Naomi? Was it Ashford or was it? Oh no, it was Bold talked to Naomi directly, right?
Yeah.
To try to get the civilians off her hands, but I don't know why Naomi's giving them up. Wouldn't that be leverage to prevent them from being blown up? I didn't understand that, but maybe you could shed some light. Maybe you saw it differently than me.
I would say to you that tactically, right, the OPA has already fired a torpedo at them that would have killed the people inside. So if she thinks they're leveraged, she's silly, because clearly they're willing to kill them. Like that torpedo that chased them into the ring would have killed them. It didn't stop them from firing it.
All right, I guess we'll see how it plays out. It didn't happen yet from what we read, so we'll see. Um, isn't isn't Melba on the ship that's going to come retrieve it? So I guess Melba is going to be going to the Roci then. So that could potentially be bad.
She's on whatever religion ship is, whatever that one is.
The
Earth ship.
What the hell is it called?
Yeah, I don't remember which one's which. The Saint something, right?
I think it's the Prince.
Or maybe it is Prince something.
Yeah, the Prince.
That's the ship Melba's on, which I don't think is the ship going. Are you sure it's the one going to pick them up?
Yeah, I thought it was. Yeah, so I thought it was going to be like them and Melba. Or no, I think. Well, I'm getting ahead here, I think. So we'll backtrack. But I remember Melba sneaking away with a Ava suit. You know what? Scratch the whole thing. I think I think I'm.
Did you read ahead?
Something else. No. This happens in the section we read, but I'm misinterpreting who's going where. I think Melba grabbed an Ava suit.
Yeah, because she
snuck out. So I'm assuming she's heading to the Roci, is what I'm thinking.
I got you. Yeah, well, she stole the key card from that body that she wanted to kiss.
Yeah. Just that sentence there is making me
such an awful character.
Yeah, well, I don't think
in
she's
a good
meant
way.
to be liked.
In a good way. No, yeah, exactly.
Well, we know more about her than we ever learned about Julie, so. But yeah, no, I guess the Ava suits are a big thing. Well, let's backtrack because we got ahead. So Holden floats himself there, and the thing lets him in. We got Miller explaining that he's not actually there in person. So yeah, Miller is not. Yeah, Miller's not real. He's a super complex, futuristic, quantum computer recreation of Miller.
Yeah, and not the first one.
Nah. Although but yeah, it's interesting. It's like, so he is a representation of the protomolecule, and it just seems interesting that Holden has kind of like a relationship with it in such a way. I'm trying to think of how Miller described it. he basically said that it just requires a lot of computing power for him to exist. I don't know. What's your take on it?
In what way?
Like, what's your take on the purpose of the recreation of Miller?
I think it's just something that Holden's mind knows, so it's easier for it to interface with, like, create something that his mind already knows to bridge whatever connections there are.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
So why do you think it was incoherent before? Just because of distance, or?
yeah, probably. I think that was part of the reason why it went on that long ass rant about being something but not being something, and then being
You gotta check
just,
you gotta check the corners or whatever.
yeah. But it said, like, I'm here, but also I'm not me, and also I'm not the first one. So I think every time he disappeared before, and then it just keeps recreating him, and, like, because remember how it said it's like super powerful and you do too many and it'll wipe me. Am I making that up? I thought it was something like
I
that.
think it said something like that. I know he said that he's the most complex simulation in the history of the solar system because he's inside of Holden's brain to make it seem like he's there. So, like, right down to he can touch and feel him.
Yeah.
That's how intricate it is. Um, but I guess Miller still represents something of it.
And to a large degree, he speaks a lot like Miller, which, I mean, that could just be, again, digging through Holden's brain for that. But a lot of the other ones weren't so Miller coherent, I guess. So
I don't know. It's throwing me because it's not Miller, but then it says things like I've seen some shit, and then he looks like disturbed about the things that he knows, like Miller.
yeah, but is it
Like
pulling
he
that?
wasn't this thing before, but now he is
Oh,
this
yeah.
thing. So it's leading me to believe that at the very least there was a consciousness transfer of Miller. I don't know.
I mean, I wouldn't be. Yeah, I don't know. It'd be interesting to see where they go with that, for sure.
Yeah, I guess we'll see. Well, we'll get into what Holden experiences at the end because that's kind of where we left off. But yeah, so essentially, the Martian Marines catch up to him.
Yep.
Uh, there was like weird alien defense. Was it a was it a
Robot
robot or
infatuated robots. That's what it seemed like. Some kind of
was it a?
machine.
I wasn't sure if it was a robot or if it was a protomolecule creature or maybe both. I guess, but I guess they threw a grenade at it. So
Well, they noob tubed it.
yeah, so that basically, I guess the response of the station was to slow everything moving faster than that noob tube was shot.
Yep.
So basically, killing most people on all the ships.
Because, like, they also killed their damaged version of whatever the hell they were. Like, they killed that dude that fired the grenade, but then they also killed the injured version of themselves, so they know it can harm them because one of them got hurt.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that's kind of what Miller said, like, ominously, too. He's like, a lot of people are going to die.
Well, just died, I think were his words. I was like, what? No one died? What are you talking about? Yeah. Hold on, just let me get to the next chapter. Oh, look, hundreds of people are dead.
Yeah, and I think Holden tried to get Miller to tell the station to help the people in the ships, but Miller said it's. That's another reason why I'm kind of thinking this. Maybe it is Miller's consciousness at the very least, because if the protomolecule is a utility, it doesn't have any actual thought, then how is Miller there to explain this if it's not having thought? I don't know. I think I might be confusing myself, but you know what I mean? Like it's saying it's was it utilitarian the words he used? Um, doesn't work that way. It can't do anything like that. Um, and I guess Miller needs remote access. So I'm like, what? If this isn't Miller, then what the hell is it that it needs remote access to the protomolecule? What is Miller? Do you any thoughts at all? I'm more confused about what he was than I was at the end of the second book.
Like again, I think it's just a figment, and it's using something that Holden is familiar with, that it is also familiar with. So, like, because it broke down Miller's DNA, it's familiar with Miller, and it's just using Miller because Holden also is familiar.
Yeah.
At best, a brain tumor. Even though he's got all those cancer meds that he has to take every day.
Yeah, it's probably likely not that. And I think they even glazed over that too, because I could have sworn in the first book it was mentioned that Holden cannot have children, and I
Yeah.
think
Oh yeah.
Naomi has mentioned several times about wanting to have children with him.
Yeah. It's impossible.
Yeah, but um, anyway, back to the slowdown. So we only in the section we read we didn't see what happened with the Roci or what happened with the Behemoth yet.
Right.
We only read about what happened with Anna and
Who's the
Melba.
next chapter belong to?
That we're starting Bull.
Oh, we're gonna go back to
Bull.
Bull. Okay.
Okay, so I guess we'll find out what happened to Bull during the quick slowdown. But hopefully he's going to be injured for sure. There's no way anybody's getting away with not being injured there. But hopefully he's not killed. We'll see how badly he's injured.
They've been doing me a solid so far. They didn't kill Bobby. They didn't kill Amos. They probably won't kill
Yeah.
Bull.
Well, we'll see. We'll see. I don't know. Like, I wonder if Bobby or Ava Sorella or all those other ones are coming back later. Maybe.
I would imagine, at the very least, Ava Sorala has to as the leader of Earth, or I guess of
Yeah.
the Earth Alliance or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah. I don't know if she'll make an appearance in this book. We'll see. Um, but okay. So yeah. So we only focused on Anna and Melba's what happened to them during the great stop, I guess.
Yeah, that's what you're gonna call it.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to call it. But yeah, Melba, I guess, got away with really not being. I guess because she was in a dreamlike state, so she didn't, I guess, tense up like people, I guess, who tense up at car accidents get injured more than people that don't. Something similar to that. Or I guess she was already in her crash couch, so.
Yeah. Well,
Um,
she was passed the fuck out, so she wouldn't have had that
yeah.
reactionary tensing anyway.
So Melba didn't sustain too many injuries. I guess so. She floated. Obviously, was asked to repair something that she doesn't fucking know how to do.
Yep.
And
Wanted
I
to make
guess
out with
told
the
them that
body
she
anyway.
grabbed the key card for the Ava packs, and she lied to them and said she was going to go get tools, but is not planning on coming back. So my assumption, I haven't gotten to this part yet. My assumption is she's going to take those Eva packs and either. Well, I guess she can't go to the station because of how long it would take to get there now. So I guess she's going to go to the Rossi. Probably. That's the closest thing. Maybe attack the people there. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see how she fares against Naomi and Amos and Alex. So,
Just
but it's my assumption. My
feel her
assumption is she's.
tongue thing, and all of a sudden she's unstoppable.
Yeah, maybe. If she's, I mean, I'm assuming it just suppresses like emotion, though, right? It doesn't actually make her like superhuman,
Yes,
does
it
it?
does. Yes. It suppresses
Oh,
emotion and lets her do all her swift, no thought movement shit. Like it
yeah, but it's
blows.
not giving her like superhuman strength or anything, is it?
Uh, do you not remember? Yes. Yes, it is.
I thought it did. I thought it did, and I thought that's what it was doing. But then I think you talked me out of it last recording.
It just shuts down her body's limitation thing. So anywhere where you would think that somebody would stop because their body would be like, no, that's gonna hurt. She doesn't care. So it's superhuman in that it's like her internal limiter is gone.
Yeah, but she's not like stronger than a human, which means I can't imagine her faring well against three people trying to stop her at once.
She did really well against those bodyguards.
Yeah, I guess. Well, I mean, this is different though. Like Naomi, Amos, they're all like Alex. They're all like well trained folks.
You don't you don't think his bodyguards are well trained?
Not in comparison to them. Like they were trained with restraint, whereas I feel like Amos, Naomi, Alex, not really restraint folks. So I don't know. We'll see. Anna, on the other hand, I guess got injured, not badly, but uh, enough that it sounded painful.
Her
Enough
arms
that she had to get
sounds like her
high.
arms are at least semi broken or
I don't know if
sprained.
her arms were broken. I think her shoulders were dislocated, both of them, right? And
Okay, that
then
could be.
they were snapped back into place, so they're back to being relocated. But I guess she's still experiencing the pain from that fucking happening to begin with. And I
Yeah.
guess Tilly, I just gave her drugs, I guess, that she just happened to have on hand. And then that's kind of where they left off. Um, so let's dive into let's unpack what Holden saw when his consciousness transferred, or I guess ascended. How did you feel about that? That was the most abstract I think the Expanse has ever gotten.
Oh, because it was trying to make him see the world as if he was whatever it was that created the protomolecule, right? Wasn't that the goal of it? Like look through our eyes, kind of deal.
Yeah, yeah. He learned that there were
So what that really did is teach us that aliens are alien.
yeah, aliens are alien, but yeah, they won't. They don't have the same consciousness as us, but they're a hive consciousness, I guess, just like the protomolecule. But they were like spanning the galaxy.
Well, multiple galaxies, all the galaxies,
And he was like feeling the other
everything. Because
star
they're a hive mind.
systems in
Yeah,
his mind, and he was feeling them being burned, wasn't he?
yeah, like the stars disappearing, like just destroyed. Yeah,
Well, yeah, they were blasting fire through using the rings to blast fire and blow up entire star systems to try and quarantine something from coming through.
yep.
Do you think it was the protomolecule? Was the protomolecule a mistake created by them, or what?
Nah,
You don't think it was a mistake?
I think that
What are they
I think
quant?
I think the protomolecule is exactly. I think the concept of the protomolecule has played out in the book now. So everything else that we get now will just be like relevant to their species, but the concept of the protomolecule did exactly what it was supposed to do in creating the gateway to this area within the Terran universe.
But yeah, no, so I guess they didn't get into what they were quarantining. They just said something. And I guess Holden was feeling them quarantining it by blood.
Yeah.
Like Holden was feeling the star systems being burned up.
Well, doesn't that happen in his conversation with Miller, where they point out like what you were feeling was just whatever it was that ate the protomolecule creators up?
Yeah, his conversation he had when he came back.
Yeah.
And how long was the station there for? Didn't they say like
2 billion years in dormancy?
2 billion years? Yeah.
At
So
least.
it's been a while.
Yeah.
That's
That's a pleasant afternoon. What are you talking about?
But yeah, I guess waiting for the so the wormholes are locked right now, but it's waiting for all is good to reopen them.
Yeah,
But
and
what
it's
is
probably
all is
never gonna
good?
come. Well, it would have been like a heads up from like what the protomolecule creators would be like. Okay, we've taken care of the problem. Now we're good to go.
Yeah, and then I guess it ends kind of with Miller saying that the station is in war mode.
Yeah.
And then that's all he could get out of him before the Martians show up and grab Holden.
Wasn't that where it ends? Is like they show up.
Yeah, that's where.
Wouldn't you giving me 5 more minutes or some shit?
Yeah, and then that's where we ended our section. So, yep. Yep, that's where we ended it.
You saying yep like that made me think of that old that Lion King song.
What?
Timon and Pumbaa sing.
Oh, where they dress and drag?
Yeah.
Where they dress and drag and try to lure the hyenas in?
Yeah. The way you said yep, that's what came to mind. Are you craving? Yep. Some bacon?
So, all right. Well, that's it. His consciousness ascended. He got partial, but yeah, they were destroying entire star systems to quarantine something. But you don't think it was the protomolecule?
No, I think they created the protomolecule to create the gateways.
So then, what were they quarantining? What do you think? Something, another species, another alien, the flood?
I guess, yeah.
No.
At that point, wouldn't they be the flood? Because they create the protomolecule.
Yeah, I suppose. I don't know. I guess we didn't get a name of these aliens, but I'm assuming we're gonna be staying.
Not.
But I'm assuming that we will eventually get to know them. Because this is soon into the series for them to. I thought they might eventually try to, have interstellar travel, but this is way sooner than I thought. This is like 3 books, the 3rd book in. Although I guess the gates could just simply never unlock. But I'm assuming that they will, and there's going to be people traveling to other solar systems and exploring them. If they get the gates unlocked, I guess. But I feel like narratively, that's kind of what they're leading to, isn't it?
It seems like it should be.
Why
Yeah.
have a wormhole network if it wasn't to populate a galaxy? Well, what do you think? 2 billion years. Are these aliens even still alive?
No.
You think
Miller
they're long
says that
gone?
they're all dead. Miller says they're all dead. Yeah.
They're all dead. I missed that part. He said that he confirmed they're all dead.
Yeah. Because because he's like whatever it is, it killed all of them. And then Holden was like, well, except for you. And then he was like, no, you don't get it. Compared to them, I'm like the Rocinante. If you said the Rocinante was human, and like I could pretend to be for a bit.
No, he said he was a glorified hand terminal.
Yeah, yeah.
Which I guess in this universe is just a cell phone. A cell phone that can connect to a solar system wide network. That's what I'm picturing. I haven't seen the show, but I'm assuming the hand terminals are little cell phones.
That would make sense. The way they've described them, it sounds like it should be.
I mean, that's technically what a cell phone is a hand terminal. Anyway, so they are all dead. It's confirmed. I missed that part. I might have to reread that section. Are you sure? Are you sure he said they're all dead?
Yeah. Go to that section.
Miller said that the station is in war mode.
Would have been chapter probably.
We know it ate galaxy-spanning hive consciousness like it was popcorn, so that's something. And I know it survived a sterilization that was a couple hundred solar systems wide.
That's about whatever.
You mean what killed them? Whatever it was, I think it got them all. So not confirmed. He thinks they were all gone.
Fair enough.
And you and I were both right. He said, nah, kid, I'm one of them like the Rocinante is one of you. The Rossi's smart for machine. It knows a lot about you. It could probably gin up a rough simulation of you if someone told it to. Those things, like the ones you felt compared to them, I'm a fancy kind of hand terminal. So he said both things.
Yeah, okay.
We know it ate a galaxy-spanning hive consciousness like it was popcorn, so that's something. And we know it survived a sterilization that was a couple hundred solar systems wide. So whatever they tried to quarantine is still alive, apparently. Yeah. But you don't think it was the protomolecule?
I do not.
I'll go ahead and do the outro then. So, unless you had any last thoughts.
No, I don't think so. I think that's... Like, a lot happened, but it's all... So, like, a lot happened in this section, right? And there's a lot going on. But nothing concluded. So it doesn't feel like there's really a lot to talk about because everything's in limbo still.
Yeah, well, then in that case, let's hurry up and get on to the next. So I'm excited to figure out what's going on. I mean, definitely took a wider turn. We definitely stepped into a larger story than what has been told before, where it was simply a battle of the protomolecule, but now the narrative has quite literally grown astronomically large, literally. So yeah, excited to see where we're going from here. But I guess the next section we read will let us know kind of what happened to the crew of the Rossi, how they got, what happened to them by slowing down entirely, what happened to I guess Bull's crew and what happened to him and who got hurt. That from the slowdown, because we only got half of what happened to people in the slowdown. So assuming they'll be okay if they're point of view character, but I guess we'll see. But yeah, I guess we'll end it there, and we'll pick up next with part 3 of 4 parts of Abaddon's Gate. Join us next time.